let's take a simple example. See, remember I said that the Paschal Mystery has these 5 things to it.
Yes.
And in a simple language, sometimes I simply say, name your deaths, claim your births, do your grieving, bury the old body, and then receive the spirit that you're actually living. So,
Wow.
so I'll give you an example. Imagine aging. Okay,
Yeah.
you get up some morning and look in on your calendar, and you're 75 years old. Now, when you're 75, you are no longer a young person, no matter how many tummy tucks you've had, Botox, and so on. Now, so your youth is dead, okay? But you're not dead.
Yeah.
That's resurrection. You look in the mirror, you're more alive at 75 than you were at 25. But you're alive with a different kind of life now. The death of your youth has to be grieved, otherwise you'll cling to it. Remember, there's a great moment on Easter Sunday in the morning when Mary Magdalene meets Jesus, and Jesus says, "Don't cling to me." See, and he's saying, "Don't cling to the old way you had me."
Yes.
See, but if I cling to my youth, say, I always say the great unpaschal words are the words, "if only I was young again, if only my health was better, if only society wasn't set up like this." See, then I'm clinging to the old body.
Yes.
But if I let it go, if I'd say it was great being 20, it was great being 30, great being 50, it's wonderful being 75, then I'm letting the old ascend. I'm letting it go. And then I'll receive the spirit of a 75-year-old.
Yeah.
And some of the happiest people in the world are 75-year-olds, and some of the most unhappy people in the world are 75 years old. So it's not whether I'm 75 or not. Have I received the spirit of a 75-year-old? If I'm 75 years old and trying to live with pretending I'm 25, I'm going to have a lot of frustration in my life.
Wow. Why do you think we resist this process so profoundly? I mean, I know I do, kicking and screaming.
Well, no, that's not a big mystery, and that's because in this process, it's always there's always a death. See, you're dying to youth, you're dying to a dream, you're dying to something. Everything inside of us, every chromosome resists death.
Sure.
And so, see, it's the dying part that we find hard. Good Friday doesn't just happen. We're not only going to die once. We're dying many times in 1,000 different ways. And that's Jesus said, you have to let it go. Let it go. God gives you new life. But then that whole 40 days in ascension, that's what we've neglected in Christian spirituality. The importance of grieving and of just the old has to ascend. It has to go away. You have to let it go. You got to bury a dead body or you're going to cling to it,